guys. Welcome to the podcast that's currently throwing it back, but not on a Thursday. I am, of course, the puppet guide of everything, Matthew, and joining me today is the Dean of Games, the Dean Slater on all platforms, as well as from Twitch's Graveyard, Gavin. I'm doing well. As Matthew mentioned, and as our video watchers can see, if you're an audio listener, that doesn't affect you at all. This is going to be audio only today. We are currently in a transition, and I am not set up for the video, so that's fun. Gavin's muted, but he can tell us how he's doing when he gets back. Matthew, you want to go ahead and start the story? Yeah, sure.
Sorry, our child needs help.
What about our child?
She's doing her laundry and she's taking laundry out. We're putting clothes. So let's warm her up. I was like, I gotta do.
Yeah. If I knew that, she could have thrown it in here, but that's fine. I'll grab it later. So how you doing?
I'm fired.
Yeah. As usual.
Fired.
Yeah. All right, Matthew, go ahead and start the story. Okay. So this comes from Andy Robinson at BGC. Keanu Reeves will reportedly voice Shadow in the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. It has recently completed filming. Per the Hollywood Reporter's sources, the John Wick and Cyberpunk 2077 actor will voice Shadow the Hedgehog, in the third film. This follows Paramount's debut showing of Sonic 3 footage during CinemaCon last week, and included the revelation that Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey, was depressed and out of shape after the events of Sonic 2. So, he finally got fat. That's cool. But he gets his groove back thanks to creating Shadow the Hedgehog. So what do you think? What do you think about Shadow and Keanu Reeves?
I actually like that casting.
I really like that casting too. Even though like Shadow is definitely the 2000s era kids like bridge into being an edgelord, because that was what Shadow was. He was the edgelord hedgehog.
That makes sense because Shadow was always my favorite.
Yeah, but
that was my favorite until Silver came out. I love Silver more.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Trunks from Dragon Ball Z?
Shut up.
I mean, that's kind of what Silver was. No disrespect, but that is exactly what Silver was. He was just Sonic trying to capitalize on Trunks. But anyway, yes, Silver's cool too. But yeah, Shadow, bro, I loved Shadow so much. I even bought the Shadow video game, which was meh. It was, I guess it was a little bit below meh, but not by much. It was something. But I love killing Sonic in that game, and then Sonic, as he's dying, goes, "Fuck you." Just hearing those characters curse, hilarious. But yeah, Keanu Reeves, great choice. He's in everything now.
Yeah, he was in everything back in the day, and then he had like a resurgence and shit where he was in everything, and now he's having another resurgence where he's in everything.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves for me is like Ryan Reynolds for other men.
Yeah. Oh, and I just realized we never did the rest of the intro, but that's fine. Oh man, we will fix that at the end. But Matthew, do you want to go ahead and get into the second story? Yeah, sure. So, this one, I think we're gonna have quite a long discussion about. I know. Dean posted a social media post about this story, so we'll get that. But Possibility Space, a studio formed by State of Decay creator Jeff Strain, has shut down. On April 12th, LinkedIn post from Jennifer Lane, whose profile lists her as a live director/social systems director at Possibility Space, reads, "My company just shuttered its doors today, and now a lot of amazing and skilled workers that are suddenly open to work today. Please consider them for any positions you have open in design, engineering, art, community, and other roles. I'm also open to work and available to chat. Thank you." Oh, and by the way, this story comes from Melissa Mercant at Kotaku. But then an email from Strain, obtained by Polygon's Nicole Carpenter, blames the studio closure on the decision to cancel its major project, which Strain claims was made after internal studio leaks to the press. Here is the email. "Last week, I received a list of topics and questions from Ethan Gatch, a reporter at Kotaku, regarding an article he's writing about Puritania Media and the closure of Crop Circle Games, the previous studio that Strain had created and then closed within a year. Much of it was expected, but I also was stunned to see non-public information about Project Vonnegut, a disclosure of our publishing partner with details of our business and financial relationships and details of internal P&L discussions and confidential all-company meetings. Mr. Gatch specifically credits current employees as the source of his information. Leaks of this nature are typically malicious and done by outside hacking, so to see internal team members under confidentiality agreements engage in this was shocking. Given the company's own strict confidentiality and notification obligations, I immediately got on a plane for in-person meetings with our publishing partner to discuss the impact on the project. During that discussion, our partner expressed low confidence that they would be willing to invest additional resources needed to complete the game, so we agreed to cancel Vonnegut. As a result, the cancellation of the publishing relationship, and after careful consideration, I am closing Possibility Space. Today is your last day of employment, and your final paycheck, including pay for work through the end of the day, will be deposited to your account along with any other required payments, dictated by your work location. For employees located outside the U.S., today will serve as the first day of your notice period until your final day of employment is scheduled for April 19th. However, all non-U.S. employees, like their U.S. peers, will have no work obligations after today. In addition, all employees affiliated through PEO will have their employment separation processed according to applicable law. And then he goes on, but I just want to add, as of today, I'm stepping away from the video game industry to focus on my family and care for Annie, his wife and co-founder of this developer. I wish all of you the best in navigating this complex industry and the challenges and opportunities ahead. Jeff." So, what do you guys think about all that? Fuck that guy. Like, seriously, like, fuck him. This happens all the time where internal employees will say something to a reporter that ends up getting reported on. It happens all the time. Nintendo, like, I listened to the Kit and Krista podcast. They talk about how much Nintendo hates that. And that's why Nintendo often tries not to have their people go to, like, the game developer conference and stuff, because at the bar, after a few drinks, alcohol will loosen lips a little bit. But they won't close a studio because of a leak. Like that. What a fucking asshole. And then on top of that, he's like, and we're not going to be working in the industry. So fun while you look for a job that literally thousands of other people are looking for at the same time. Maybe you should have kept your mouth shut. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. And yeah, you mentioned my social media post. It was me saying, it's a picture of me flipping off the camera. And it says, hold on, let me pull it up. It says, I just want to give a big fuck you and go to hell to Jeff Strain. I don't know what you're hiding, but you're scum. And that's the thing. What is this man hiding? That as soon as he hears that reporters had information they shouldn't have had, he's like, oh shit, shut everything down. Like, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like there's more stuff there that he's trying to keep under wraps, and he's keeping under the wraps by shutting the whole thing down, burning, Operation Firestorm, basically, just scorched earth tactics, and it just sucks. Why? I just don't understand. What about you, Gavin?
It almost sounds like I know it's just him being a dick, but like it's almost akin to like a trauma response. Something goes wrong, and so like the person just shuts everything down.
Oh yeah. I mean, if that's your trauma response, maybe don't lead a game studio.
All right.
Right. That could very well be the thing. It could very well be that he's not hiding anything. It's just something happened in his life, and now he's just he can't do it anymore. But again,
burn it to the ground.
yeah. But again, don't lead a studio then. Like if that's
Uh-huh.
And as I mentioned, this is the second studio he's shut down after only having that studio open for like less than a year.
Right.
I know a lot of people.
I mean, if that's the case, that might be what's happening. Something may have happened in his life, and he's just burning it all.
Yeah. But a lot of people want to be the guy, right? Not everyone's going to be the guy. Clearly, this guy is not the guy. So maybe that's not what you're meant to do. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You're
So
just
funny thing.
Yeah.
Funny thing. I keep putting my vape up to my mouth and realize it's like I'm not muted, and I'm like trying not to have you like mess around with sound and all that to cut out the sound of my vape. So I'm like, I put up to my mouth, I'm like, nope, mute, and then hit, and then mute.
Yeah. Oh man. But I appreciate that. I had to do a lot of that back with James. James would not mute, and he was always fiddling with his computer or hitting off his vape, and it's like, okay, let me find that. All right, cut that part out.
I remember you saying that, so I was like, let me just like save you some time.
I appreciate that.
At least you don't hear the mute and at least the mute and unmute sound doesn't come through in the recording.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I said, you don't always have to be the guy. Clearly, this guy is not the guy. And I'm glad that he has the ability to not go back to the video game industry, but shit, man, like you fucked so many people over by
Yeah.
doing this. And if that is the case, then you fucked a bunch of people over by not being honest with yourself. Like, okay, the publishing partner, I understand, was upset that so much information got out and didn't want to. I realize that things are tight right now, but just shop it to other publishers. If that publishing agreement's being, thrown away, find another publishing partner. Like, it's going to be tough, but it's possible. Just to then go and tell your employees, oh, and not even give them warning. Be like, today is your last day, and it's your fault. Like, regardless of what the reason, whether it's trauma, whether it's he's hiding something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To just be like, today's your last day working. Like, fuck you. You didn't even give them warning. And then to blame it on them when it's probably one person, man, that guy's a piece of work, regardless of what the reason is.
Oh, speaking of James, I just noticed he's not in the Discord anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. Because I'm looking at the online and offline, and he's not on here.
Weird. Huh. Maybe he left himself. I said we were always open for him if he ever wanted to come back, but I guess he just left. Or he deleted
I
his Discord.
I just happened to notice, like, offhand, I just looked over, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he either just left himself or he which I don't understand. It's not like we put up a lot of notifications. Or he deleted his Discord altogether. Who knows? All right. Matthew, you want to go ahead and read the next story? Yeah, so this comes from Jordan Midler at VGC, and it is EA's Black Panther game will be open world, job ad suggests. A job listing by new EA studio Cliffhanger Games seeks a principal sandbox designer to work on Marvel's Black Panther. Part of the job description reads that successful applicants will be instrumental in designing and populating encounters, systems, and gameplay with a dynamic and evolving open world. Drawing upon a deep understanding of technical design principles and passion for creating immersive sandbox experiences, this role demands close collaboration with design teams, AI engineering, and technical art departments to bring our games to life. The Cliffhanger Games was formed in 2021 by Kevin Stevens, who was the boss of Warner Brothers Monolith during development of Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Middle-earth, Shadow of War. So, what do you guys think about that? So, sounds cool. We just recently saw the Captain America and Black Panther game, and it looks pretty neat. I think it's an interesting character that I really didn't know about until the Marvel movies. But an open world would be cool. My question is, would it be in Wakanda or would it be somewhere else? Because, that's where a lot of people just associate Black Panther, but I can't imagine it'd be an extensive open world style map with a bunch of enemies, considering Black Panther is the leader. But maybe that's just me. What do you think about a open world Black Panther game, Gavin?
Huh?
What do you think about an open world Black Panther game?
That'd be cool shit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool. I don't know if I'd play it, but it'd be super cool.
Yeah. I don't trying to think of any open world games that EA has put out. I can't really think of anything. But EA both puts out a lot and doesn't put out anything at the same time. This is going to be a shorter episode because, again, we're in transition and Gavin's got to get to work. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. So, Matthew, you want to take us out? Or do you have anything else to say, Gavin?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. You want to send us out, Matthew? Sure. This is Extra Extra, your weekly gaming news podcast, and this was covering the news leading up to April 15th, 2024. And if you liked this podcast, be sure to do all of the things like hitting the like button and hitting the bell and, well, hitting the subscribe and then hitting the bell at the XofPlays on YouTube or giving it a high rating on whatever podcast service you use so you can find like-minded people. Be sure to tell people about the show. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow. And I brought it up before, but on patreon.com/thebriefingroom, you can financially support the show and get cool rewards as well. That's all from us. Take care. See ya.